What do you do for a living?
I got my CDO license. I just finished that up. How old are you? 21.
What the is a CDO?
In shorter terms, I'm a truck driver.
I look like with a truck driver.
What? Girl, you must not know what they capable of making.
What you mean? What do you do for a living?
I'm a risk taker.
What's your type?
Millionaires.
Have you ever been with a millionaire?
No, but I'm gonna be.
Lord have mercy.
Bless her heart. Baby girl, don't you know millionaires got standards? And I don't think you probably meet any of their standards because you don't bring anything to the table.
You mean to tell me you would rather spend all of your good years chasing a millionaire other than taking a chance with a 21-year-old that has his CDL license, probably got his own crib, own car?
Yeah, I'm chasing a bag. If you're not a millionaire, then you're not for me. I know what I bring to the table.
What do you have?
Not a Target bag.
She gonna be in that same spot 10 years from here asking where did that truck driver go after life then whooped her from all that running she been doing.
I'm going to ask a silly question, but did anyone else notice the 2 open chairs in that video? Go back and look at it if you need to. But there were very clearly 2 chairs that were not being used, but yet they still decided to make a video saying that they're sitting on the floor because there's no men left in this world. So why didn't they just use the 2 empty chairs? It seems rather strange, doesn't it? So I have to ask, is this just a video just to try to disparage men because you don't like them? Or because someone is too lazy to actually go get the chairs? This seems more like a case of rage bait. But dearie, if you're going to make a video about rage bait, at least make sure that it's believable. Because a lot of us noticed that there were empty chairs that you could have used, but instead you'd rather make a show of yourself sitting on the floor when you could have just walked over and used a chair.
Some of you don't even know what the bare minimum looks like, so I'm gonna have to show you. Within a few days of a man asking for your number, you should get a message that looks something like this. Want to grab dinner Monday or Wednesday night? Ladies, you respond with enthusiasm. Yes, I can do Monday night. Just let me know what time and where. Then it's clear that he's the one that's planning the date because he invited you. Then he sends a potential location. He says, down to meet here around 7:45 p.m. And you respond, wonderful, I've never been there. 7:45 would be great. And then he says, cool, I made reservations. Look forward to seeing you again then. Happy face emoji. And then you just say, thank you for doing that. I'm looking forward to it too. If you're experiencing anything less than what I just showed you, it is time to cut your losses and move on. In the end, you're gonna save yourself a lot of time and a lot of heartbreak if you quickly filter out the men that really aren't that interested in pursuing you.
What you have to understand about women is that the more they love you, the worse you become. The moment you start receiving love from a woman, you start falling into the idea of love with a woman, you start changing. Not consciously, but very subtly. You soften, you adjust, and you begin to move in ways that keep that love coming towards you. And initially, it feels so good. It feels like connection. It feels like finally you found something real. But underneath, something else is happening. You're trading your center, your masculinity, for comfort. And all of a sudden, you start relying on her to feel whole. And the more that you rely on that, the less you lead yourself. Because now you're not acting on your own free will. You're reacting to the will that drives humanity forward. And you, my friend, are lost in possession. Everything you do in the relationship from that moment on is about maintaining, preserving, protecting the feeling that she is giving you. And slowly you start to disappear into that feeling. And guess what? She feels that too. She feels you disappearing. The man that she met is no longer that man. She feels you losing your edge, your direction, your certainty, your leadership. The paradox is that the more she gives you, the more you take, the weaker you become. Until the very thing that she loved in you is gone. Because a woman's natural instinct is to love you so much that she'll leave you. So understand this. Whatever you depend on shapes you. And if you depend on a woman for love, that, in the end, will destroy you. And you won't even notice it happening until she's gone. And that's all I got for this one. Appreciate you all, lads. Appreciate all the support. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Big test we have in society is feminism. We realize that this is a
test. They think they want a man who's not going to tell her what to do, doesn't expect her to cook and clean, doesn't expect her to have children, doesn't have, have any boundaries, loves her way more than she loves him. They don't realize that the moment the man says yes to all of these things, she actually loses love and respect for him. She will get incredibly frustrated with him, particularly when she has children, because in her process of being this feminist and selecting a man that lets her make all the decisions, when she starts a family with him and when she has kids with him, she's frustrated that he lets her make all the decisions. She's frustrated that he's not a leader. Feministic values make them by design only compatible with weak men.
Women don't feel safe with masculine men. They feel safe with men that they can control. A man that a woman can't control is often very masculine. And the nature of how that works is, that's the man that exposes you to your vulnerabilities the deepest. And here's what's beautiful about that. That means that he brings you closest to yourself and the beauty that inspires greatness in man. But a lot of women don't have a very strong relationship with that part. So what ends up happening is they see the masculine man, they either run or try to shut it down, like it's something they're up against. But ultimately what it does elicit is a lot of insecurities and inadequacies in relationship to that feminine essence. And this was also true for men. They see a really feminine woman, man, do you think they want anything to do with that? That means they have to man up. No, they're looking for the thing that they can control. And often what we can control is what doesn't make us feel any inadequacy or insecurity in relationship to it. There's a feeling of familiarity. There's a comfort in knowing how this story is going to end.
But it's a lot of women that are like that. A lot of women are independent. They're strong.
Which I agree.
They're making their own money. I'm not sitting here making myself a standard, but I'm also not going to allow you to just sit and talk about women and generalize us as if everyone is the same. It's the truth. It's a lot of women out here doing their thing.
I'm talking about men ain't got nothing. How many would do that? But if it's 10 men in the room, 5 or 6 of them would date broke women who have nothing. And it ain't nowhere near close as many women would do that to men. And if she do, she gonna emasculate them every time she get the chance. Every time she get the chance, she gonna every time. She gonna remind them who we ain't. I'm just being fair. But again, people that get mad at it is because they living in delusion. They're not in reality. Women do not value men that don't earn. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. I didn't create the rule. I just understand it.
There's this delusion that men and women can be friends. It's not true. Men and women have a subconscious, silent exchange between each other. And for men, it's for your energy. Don't think that that isn't valuable. For the status they get, especially if you're pretty. And of course, your hot friends. And for women, what do they get? They get all of your attention, which is women's currency. They get all of the security that you provide for them, especially if there's other men that they don't want around. And of course, your hot friends. The whole point is, can we just call it what it is? Men and women cannot be friends with each other because we've never been friends and we never will be. We are two parts of the universe that collectively come together to create life. Don't disrespect that by calling it friends. And if you're a guy that's okay with her having friends, maybe question the value of the person that you're with and the emotions that you really feel when they do that, opposed to lying to yourself because you'd much rather be seen as a nice guy opposed to an honest man. When really all you wanted was one woman to yourself and all she wanted was one man to herself. Is that too much to ask?
What is one thing young women can do better to make themselves more appealing to men who say that the current dating pool of young women is lackluster?
People pick up on the way you speak. I'm not talking about if you sound smart or whatever. I'm saying they will pick up if you curse. They will pick up if you're speaking life over someone. Men hate when women are gossiping. Literally, the fire behind your lips is so powerful. And if you can find a way to harness your tongue in a way that's biblical and you dress appropriately, you don't have everything hanging out, you will attract a different type of guy. Be the type of woman, the godly woman that God needs you to be to attract the man that he made for you.
Men want traditional women, but forget that traditional men paid all the bills, fixed things around the house, and never asked, what do you bring to the table? Young men be so quick to call a woman masculine or too independent, but don't want to help her in the areas she's been forced to survive in. You can't expect her to be soft and feminine when she's out here doing everything on her own. So stop saying women don't cook like grandma, because most of y'all men don't pay bills like granddad. Traditional women existed because traditional men led, provided, and protected without question. A woman is only soft when she feels safe. She rests in her femininity when she has a man who steps up, takes responsibility, and makes her feel secure. So if you want a traditional woman, be the man she can depend on, not another weight she has to carry.
Men, this is why so many of you are checking out. I keep seeing men say, I'd rather stay single. And honestly, a lot of you are checking out of dating. Not because you don't want love. It's because modern dating feels so emotionally exhausting. Mixed signals, inconsistency, and people pretending not to care. So men, stop trying. But here's the truth. The right relationship won't feel like chaos. It'll feel like peace. I'm a dating coach for men. Follow along if you want modern day strategies that actually work.
These modern women, that's what I'm saying. And this is why you got to ask these women what they bring to the table. And they get mad about it because they don't really be bringing anything. The man said, I got a CDL. Somebody say they got a CDL, you would automatically think, hey, they must be driving some type of truck or something like that. They must be dealing with something a little bit more serious than just hopping up in a Toyota Tercel and doing Amazon Flex. You know, not trashing people that do that, but you need some classes to get a CDL, you know, most times. But modern women, if it ain't about spending money, other people's money, then they don't really care about it. And she said something stupid. Okay, what do you do? Well, I'm a risk taker. What does that even mean? She don't know. She didn't have anything to say. That's why she said something dumb like that.
Modern day women just don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
You believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about what? 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year. And I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, well, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
The conversation and the words that are coming out of the mouth of someone like you, I would never consider top tier. A man who displays a certain level of intellect that allows him to consider other people. A top tier man, they lead with love, not with dictatorship.
Okay. Notice it says absolutely nothing about love, right? Where is she getting this from?
They don't want to control their woman. They want to gently lead their woman.
A man who can't control his woman doesn't have a woman. She belongs to whoever can control her, right? If he can't control her, how can he save her from herself when the time calls for it, right? This is where she injects feminist talking points that will hopefully influence beneficial outcomes for women.
A top tier man creates space for a woman to feel good about herself.
This is where the conversation, as usual, becomes all about women.
A top tier man supports the dreams and the ideas of a woman. A top tier man prioritizes a woman.
A top tier man does not prioritize a woman. A top tier man prioritizes the orders that he receives from God Almighty. Next, he prioritizes his purpose. You see how she's setting the stage to influence men who may be listening to start treating women how she wants women to get treated, even though it has absolutely nothing to do with the definition of top tier. This is how selfish they are. Everything is about them. Everything.
Man is in leadership and working as hard as he is to give the woman the life of her dream.
Give the woman the life of her dreams? There we go, people. We were supposed to be talking about the definition of top tier men, but she found a way to make everything about women and giving women everything that they want. The nature of a woman is so diabolical. I wouldn't want to be this selfish if I could get away with it. They make absolutely everything about them, yet you never hear them discussing what they can do for anybody else. Ain't that something?
And ladies, let me just say this. Guys know when they can get it from you. Y'all be sitting up there, kiki. Guys know when they can get it from you. So this is the thing. If you know that you're loose, then don't get upset for men that operate with you like you're loose. You don't ever have to say a word sometimes. Sometimes it's your body language, your mannerisms. And Kiki always giggling in other men's faces and all that type of stuff. A man knows if he can hit it or not. And a lot of y'all sit up here and you want to be a wife, but you carry yourself like a 304. Girl, get the out of here.
You're not losing your man because he stopped loving you. You're losing your man because you stopped respecting him. Love doesn't keep a man. Respect does. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Tone, reactions, how you talk to him when you're upset and when people are watching. Interrupt him, belittle him, roll your eyes. That's disrespect. Men don't fight forever. They go quiet, distance, and then they're gone. If you're a man who can feel your woman losing respect for you and you don't know how to flip it, DM me. I help men fix this every day.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, he cute. I got a friend for him. How tall are you, Jake?
Oh, I'm 5'6". God, you didn't even let me say the 6 part.
It's okay. I'll call someone else.
Am I tripping? 6 inches make a big difference. If I add 6 inches to my, they gonna say it's big, right or wrong?
You're right.
Okay then, like, you ain't let me say the 6 part. I'm 5'6".
Yo, Jake.
What's up?
And Keisha got a friend for you.
Swear to God.
I swear, look.
Ooh, she look even better than Keisha.
That's what I'm saying. She said you her type.
Swear.
She said you like him dark.
Oh, that me.
She said you like him handsome.
Oh, that me.
She said you like him funny.
Oh, that definitely me. I know how to make them giggle.
She said she like him tall.
That ain't me, bro.
Wait. Let's see how tall. 6'6".
I'm going home.
Wait. You checked out 3 to 4 boxes. Give her a chance.
What you mean? The man she want 12 inches taller than me. What am I supposed to do? Grow a whole 5 meter? I'm grown. That ain't happening, bro. She not the one, bro. Oh, fuck home, dog.
Why you want to FaceTime so bad?
Because I want to see your face, obviously.
Okay, you look way better on FaceTime, by the way.
Appreciate it. You look good, too.
Oh, I forgot to... How tall are you?
Why you hang up? Because if I would have told her my height, she would have hung up. So I saved myself the trouble and hung up first.
But you don't know that.
Bro, I'm 5'6". It's going to be hard for me to find love. We got to accept that. Love don't chill that low in the atmosphere. God, bro. The faster we accept it, the faster we can move on. I'm going to be lonely for a while, bro. I'm going to just let you have this female shit, bro. I'm going to move on.
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women claim that they want a man who's emotionally mature and has his together until you actually get one. And then you realize that man come with discipline, standards, boundaries, limits. He don't just give in to you because you said you wanted something, and he not dealing with no smart mouth just because it's you. Now all of a sudden he a lying ass narcissist and he don't know how to treat a woman because he don't just give you your way all the time. He actually uses logic and discipline whenever he thinks, and he moves and he acts. He's an emotional because even when you summon the waterworks, he don't let you win the argument. He want to still come to some kind of conflict resolution and talk about whatever it is that y'all needed to talk about. He'll give you a second to get your emotions together and check on the side over there, and then come back and let's finish discussing whatever we were discussing, because it's a bigger problem at hand than just you crying right now. I get it, you're emotional, but he don't just let that control him in the ways that other men let that control him, because he got his together, remember? And until you're ready to actually communicate, leave that man where he at. Until you actually ready to listen, leave that man where he at. Until you're ready to sit down and have real adult conversations, leave that man where he at. Because let me tell you something, dealing with a man who's emotionally mature is not for the weak.
Telling women they're going to be alone if they don't lower their standards is not the threat you think it is, because a lot of women hear that and they're thinking, you promise? What so many men fail to realize is that women do not need men to build happy, fulfilling lives. There's a reason you don't hear much about a female loneliness epidemic, even though loneliness is not gender specific. Men and women are both increasingly decentering each other, but the difference lies in where they are shifting their focus. Women are typically much better at building and maintaining community support networks and strong friendships, whereas men are withdrawing inward into isolation and anger and bitterness. And rather than improving themselves, men are blaming women for the fact that they don't get credit for mediocrity anymore. Women are picky because they get to be. Because they have more options and more empowerment than at any point in recorded human history. I'm not saying we've achieved full gender equality, don't get me wrong. But the point being, women get to raise their standards as they gain more independence. And as men, we can either rise to the challenge to meet those standards, or we can buy into the red pill narrative, which essentially tells men it's okay to be a person and it's women's fault if they don't accept you for it.
Their impression of the average man is not the correct depiction of the average man, because they're only encountering the average man who they are meeting. The average man they are meeting is not the average man. because most men are not out there at all. So the average man that comes up to you, if you're a woman, the average man that comes up to you and approaches you at a bar, in real life, anywhere, that is a man who, at minimum, is able to do that. But the average man is not even there. He's not even in the arena. He's not even in the city where the game's being played.
I have this theory around high value men is the language, right?
Yeah, I love that.
In quotation marks for anyone listening, high value men. It is something that men say to other men, I believe. I've never heard a woman in my life say the term high value man. And when men talk about it, they're talking about money and muscles and status, right?
Yeah.
I think that what women want is high quality men, which is what you said. It's effort. It's emotional connection. It's like having some actual intellect, some emotional depth, being able to know what you want, to show up and be consistent.
Yes.
And they are literally worlds away. Like you can have a high quality man who doesn't have, you know, the money and the cars or whatever. And you can have a high value man who is literally a trash panda.
One thing about a lot of women will stick beside a no good man like they life depend on it. A lot of women will go to with a no good man, but will leave the sight and leave the life of a decent man who treats her right, who cares if she ate, who cares she got money in her pocket, gas in the car. A lot of women will leave a good man like it's nothing and stick beside a no good man like it's nothing. I don't understand why it's like that.
There's a crisis of femininity at the moment. Do you think that women are struggling for good role models right now?
I can't tell you there's a single woman that I've ever watched growing up and thought, I want to be like her. That's not because there's anything wrong with the women out there. Maybe it's my values don't connect with current environment. But what I would love to see is how we can embrace every part of being a woman. I just love being different to a man. I have no desire for complete equality with a man. It just doesn't make me feel good knowing that I can do everything a man can do, because I'd rather that you complete the areas of my life where I'm deficient and I complete areas of your life where you're deficient.
And this is what I keep on saying. Essentially what Shar is saying. Men know, based on the type of activity you got going on, whether you're 304 or you're wifey material. Well, that's because you've been, no. I haven't been out there doing that. There's a lot of men out there that haven't been out there messing around and playing around, if you get me. But they know, oh, this is the type of behavior that somebody's exhibiting. And you might not be that. But the people that you're hanging around, what they doing, you doing, it makes you look guilty in something called guilty by association. You know, another thing that they call an accomplice. You know, you don't have to do something, but if you're in the same, if you in the car with somebody, if you driving somebody, you're an accomplice. That's what a lot of these ladies are. They might not be involved in the activities that their 304 friend is doing, but because you're around them, you helping them do that type of stuff, your character is called into question. Like, okay, you helping to do all that stuff. What kind of person are you inside?
Men don't know that women don't know how protective you are. We think you'll protect us if you like us. We think you'll protect us if you're attracted to me. Now, we think you'll protect us if you're not mad at us.
Oh, yeah.
We think if you're mad at us, you'll just be like, oh, there's a tiger. You want mustard with her? Take her. We really do. But and also what men don't know that women don't know is we don't know what honor is to a man. To a man, honor is doing the right thing no matter what you feel. No matter how you feel, you do the right thing. Which is one of the reasons why men don't marry women they love. They know they're not right for her. It would be dishonorable to keep her when you know you can't give her what she needs. Doesn't matter how much you love her. It would be dishonorable to do that. That's unimaginable to women. We think you'll marry me when you love me enough. No, I may not marry you because of how much I love you. Because I'm an honorable man. And women don't know, women don't know how much men are interacting with honor all the time and doing the right thing no matter how you feel. And so
it's not the IG models, it's not the bottle girls. The biggest goers outside are the young single mothers.
I always on the first date. I don't give
It doesn't matter.
No, I like to get pounded down. I like to ride it.
What's your nickname, Nessa?
That's my daughter's name.
How old is your daughter?
She's finna be 3.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
And I didn't even clock this until recently when I did an interview. I was asking this girl what's her dream.
I want to become a police officer to be able to provide for my daughter.
How's your daughter?
She's 5 months now.
Is the father in the life?
No, we're not together.
How old are y'all?
I'm 19.
And I remember going back to the homies and I was like,
She got decent energy, I can't lie.
don't get me wrong though, of course I had my suspicions.
You know, the Johns of the kids be the freakiest ones.
Then later, I went to her IG.
It's the wildest story ever. She's on it.
We aren't together, just spring break pics. Just spring break pics?
Our older kid.
Not yet, hold on. Boom.
Why would she do that?
I think it's because they were abandoned. So now they're chasing that attention to heal that wound. Maybe if somebody wants me, he was wrong for leaving. Maybe if I can still turn heads, I still matter.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like that? Hey.
Have a nice day.
You too.
And I get it too because motherhood like that is probably extremely lonely. The party life becomes an escape. For a moment, they're not broke, they're not stressed, they are desired. And they're young, so social media don't help. They probably see all their friends doing the same, so it seems normal. I don't even think like these are bad mothers or bad people. It's just sad because I wish there was more outlets for women to go and feel valued without male attention. Because you can't live in the streets and expect your daughter to never leave the porch.
Can we please bring back men offering to buy you a drink at a bar?
And why should we do that? Can someone not afford their own drinks?
Like, as a grown man, why are you sitting here talking to me for 5-6 minutes and you have not said like, oh, hey, what are you drinking, or sent a drink over?
Well, now here's a thought. Maybe, just maybe, the gentleman was just simply enjoying the initial conversation that he was having with a woman that he just met and was just caught up in the moment of getting to know someone better, that it hadn't occurred to them that someone was already viewing this potential relationship in a way that could be transactional, so that someone could get something out of it.
Like, it's common sense.
Oh? Well, I would certainly like to share with someone what else should be considered to be common sense. And that would be not having an attitude that reeks of entitlement. Because in most situations, that is considered to be not only unattractive, but also rather rude. But then again, common sense really isn't common.
Crack! Hit! Crush! Smash! Why are you always obsessed with being against women? Like, why can't you even make love? Hold. Care. Everything is related to with y'all.
Who gonna tell her? You know what, I'm gonna tell her, since y'all scared to tell her. Lady, men don't talk about smashing their wives. Men don't talk about crushing their fiancés. Men don't talk about cracking their girlfriends who they consider to be wifey. Men only say stuff like that when they're talking about women they don't know anything about, women they don't take seriously, or hoes, throwaways, toss-ups, smash and grabs, one-hitter quitters. That's the language they use for those women. So this doesn't have anything to do with it's just slang. It's the same way we make up words for everything else. The real thing of importance you want to pay attention to is who are they talking about when they are using these words. So if you only hear the men around you and your friends referencing you girls like that, either those men don't know a lot about you, they don't take y'all seriously, or they think y'all some hoes. I hope it's the first one, but I don't really know. I'm just telling you what the possibilities are here.
I don't submit to a man. I don't let no man tell me what to do. The enemy is trying to convince us that submission in the home is inferiority. This was never about your value as a woman. This was simply about order and function. Imagine you and your man driving to a destination and both of you have a gas pedal, both of you have brakes, and both of you have a steering wheel. What do you think is going to happen? The creator of the car wasn't trying to oppress you by saying, I'm going to take the steering wheel away from you. The creator of the car knows in order to get to the destination, there has to be someone in the driver's seat. God said, I'm going to put the husbands in the driver's seat of the home. But you see, the role of the passenger isn't just to sit there and look pretty. Your role as the passenger is to help him. Maybe that looks like setting up the GPS, fixing the AC, or making sure you have water and food for the trip. We can destroy our man with just our words and our tongue. Always questioning his decisions. You took the wrong turn again? Why don't you get in the other lane? If I were in the driver's seat, that wouldn't have happened. Our men have enough attack from the enemy in this world. And the last thing he needs from you is to be another voice of attack. As an influential queen, you're gonna honor your man. You're gonna speak well over him. You're gonna build him up so that you can get to the destination that God has designed for you. You are called to support your husband, to lift up your man. And if you find yourself struggling to lean back and just trust his leadership, you've been trying to fill both roles. And honey, it's not going to end well. My free masterclass tells you how to get out of that and return to your true femininity. Comment class and I'll send you the link.
Who's stronger? A female who's been working out for 4 years and competes in bodybuilding,
I compete in bikini bodybuilding with WMBF.
or an average male with average strength?
My name is Terence. I've been working out for roughly half a year.
How would you grade yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of your strength?
I'll say 5.
5, average. First challenge, just one hand, grip as hard as you can. Okay, let's go. Harder. 35.3. Go. 34.7, that's so close. Second challenge, good girl, bad girl. Or in this case, good girl and bad boy. One of y'all will be closing the thighs and the other one will be opening. Harder, baby, you're not moving. Time's up. Terence wins. Good job. Nice one. Final challenge for the day, 1v1 tug of war. Get nice and stable and go. Go. Until you pass my hand. Go. Hit anything?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Based on the scorecard today, our winner is Terence, 100 ringgit.
This is the first tug of war game I ever won. Usually I lose the tug of wars in my school.
Okay, shake it off.
Scenario time. This is your homeboy's new fiance. So your homeboy recently got engaged. He says, yo bro, I know you have good advice for me all the time. You tell him, of course bro, I love you. He says, facts, but I want you to be honest with me about this one thing. He says everybody at his job complains about his fiance and says, yo bro, she is whack and she don't got a nice body. He thinks her body looks banging and he says, yo, I love this her and she's amazing. But he asks you and he said he wants your honest opinion if your life depended on it. He then says, I'm gonna send you a video of my fiance. He wants you to rate her body from a 1 through a 10 and he says, be objectively honest. And this is what he sends.
Hey baby, call my phone and say you need me, baby. I'm so green, you gotta teach me, baby. From Vancouver, you a BC, baby. Pull up, play by beep, beep, baby. And my shit came with the E-seats, baby. Swear my label gotta free me, baby. Blow on me just like some green tea, baby.
And write in the comments what you gonna rate that from 1 through a 10 and be objectively honest. This is your homeboy's fiance. He's about to marry her.
Women want love and commitment. Men want and free labor. Women want a loving and involved father for her children. Men expect you to take care of the kids. Women want a partner. Men want a servant. Women will value love. If you ask a woman, do you value love over respect? Women are going to say love every time. And a man is going to choose respect over love, which in my opinion will tell you everything you need to know about that man immediately before you even start dating him. Because I feel like
100%.
if you love someone, the respect probably will kind of come as a default. So, but they're always
also
choosing
loving
respect.
someone is like a peer thing, right?
Yeah.
Respect assumes one of you is in a position to be
clock it. Thank you.
There's a thing going on right now where women really try to move the way men do. Yeah, stop doing that. There's a reason men are men and women are women. Women are the nurturers of a generation and men are the leaders and providers of one. So you cannot do the same things that men do because men and women are not equals. Not that one's better than the other, they each have different strengths. You sleeping with 4 different men at the same time and then wondering why your pH balance is off is very much giving confused. Very much, I don't respect myself. Very much, I'm in competition with men. Ladies, it's time for us to stop competing with our men and go back to being the women, okay? I think I speak for a lot of people when I say it's getting pretty obnoxious out there.
And you know what's funny? When the woman talks about women being kind of in the passenger seat, and it's not to say that you can't drive sometimes, because there's definitely going to be times in the relationship where you're going to need to climb into the driver's seat and take care of whatever it is and run it and do all of those things. Modern women, they want to critique a man when he's driving, or you miss a turn, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you didn't go here, you didn't go there. They critique a man on that type of stuff. But then when it's them in the driver's seat and they do something wrong, they make a wrong turn, they can't figure out something, they done got lost and all that stuff, they don't want a man to say anything. All of a sudden, they want a man to assist. They want a man to steer away from, shy away from, I told you so, and go more towards, you've got it, everything's great, you're doing great, here's how we get back on track. If you want the man to be supportive for you and to you like that, then you need to be given the same energy. You need to be reciprocating.
American men are unique in the fact that they pretty regularly date women who are less attractive than them. And if you go anywhere else in the world, you go to South America, Asia, or Europe, I don't know about Africa, but these other places, you're going to find a lot of guys dating women who are surprisingly attractive. And the common explanation for this is that it's just money. And I'm sure in some cases it is. But having lived outside of the US for a few years now, I've seen more than enough examples to know that it's not just money. Actually, what it is that in other parts of the world, women are much more realistic about where they stand. If you ever watch like street interviews, these interviews are dumb, but you know, they do the street interviews in like Japan and China, wherever, where they'll like interview a girl and they'll be like, rate yourself 1 to 10 in terms of attractiveness. The girls are remarkably humble, but then you go to America and 80% of women think that they're in the top 20% of attractiveness. It's almost like because this collective delusion is so pervasive that it's actually become the reality.
Does modern dating punish emotionally available people?
So the people who are emotionally unavailable have a much better time on dating apps than the emotionally available people.
Why?
So emotionally available people, they want something of substance. They want a relationship that will go the whole way. They want the slow burn. They want gradual development. And a lot of the dating apps now, if you look at a profile, most of the things that they advertise on a profile, if you were to go on there and look at someone's profile, it'll talk about the person's age, the things they enjoy doing, but it doesn't talk about what's their conflict repair. What's their love language? What's their emotional availability? What's their emotional capacity? What's their emotional maturity? It doesn't assess for any of those things. And so what happens is people are bonding over surface level things. Oh, we went to the same school. We live in the same town. You like the same food I like, you know, or physical attraction. But it's not really assessing any compatibility regarding relationship values. And I think that's where a lot of people are getting attached to the wrong people.
You know, back when I was still having with men who wore Adidas slides and dirty white socks, you know the ones. I wish I could tell me then that I'd be married to like a whole pediatrician sitting outside in our backyard by the fire he built me, drinking an old fashioned, waiting for him to come downstairs to join me because he's putting our kids to bed. Marry the nerd.
Imagine making a fire in the fireplace, making an old fashioned for your wife, then going to tend to kids to get them ready for bed, while your bop wife is emasculating you on Instagram, bragging about how she was getting ran through by broke guys like Pookie and Ray Ray, drug dealers and Chads, but in the end was still able to settle for you. You see how destructive simps are? This bop is supposed to be rotting in the bop purgatory, never to be seen or heard of or taken serious in a real relationship ever again. Somehow, some way was able to get a simp, and look how she's treating him. Not only is he doing the man's job, but also doing her job while she's sitting here emasculating him on the internet. This is the quarrelsome woman they talk about in the Bible. You might as well just live on the roof. This is it right here.
95% of men in a recent study admitted to using a method for getting from a woman they knew didn't want it. And all these researchers had to do was promise one thing that no one would ever find out. So the study comprised of 2,689 men. Their ages ranged from 18 to 34. These were not prisoners, as I discussed in a previous study. These are just regular people, a community sample. 2/3 of them were employed full-time and half of them were in relationships. So the survey specified a woman you knew did not want sex and had not consented. This woman had to have no history with you, and the researchers stripped from their questions every word such as or coercion, and they repeated one promise: nothing you say will be traced back to you. So 95% described at least one strategy, but the average man in this sample described 9. So here were some from the list. Get her away from everyone, isolate her, get her somewhere private and under your control. Keep her drunk if she's already drunk. Some of them used physical restraints, and 2/3 of these occasions ended in the he wanted. So these same men with their names attached are in your comments right now, or in my comments too, typing not all men. So the truth is available this whole time, but accountability is the part that has to be forced. Part 2 is going to talk about the number 1 strategy on the list. Follow me for more.
Oh, single men, why are you don't pursue anymore? What's up?
How you doing?
Hey,
You are gorgeous, by the way.
thank you. You look fine yourself.
Thank you.
All right, so I gotta ask,
What's up? Ask me anything.
do you have a job
Yes.
making 6 figures?
Yes.
And do you live alone or with your parents?
Live by myself.
So you ain't got no roommates?
No roommates or anything.
Oh, okay, good, because I can't be wasting my time with anyone less than a boss, period.
I hear you. I respect that, definitely. What about you? You got a job?
I mean, I just started my OnlyFans, so it's about to be up. It's getting there.
Okay. Well, do you live with your parents?
I mean, I live with a couple friends, but, like, I'm about to be up, so it's getting there.
Okay. How's your credit, at least? That's how you gonna get you on the spot. You got good credit?
My dad about to help me with that, but, like, it's getting there.
Okay.
What happened?
You're getting out.
Excuse me?
You're getting out. You talking about all this value stuff and you can't even value yourself, man.
bye.
You look paying everything. The heck?
Hey, so let me get this straight. My man takes this lady out on a date. She looking around the spot and she tells him, don't take this the wrong way, but it's a lot of fine niggas that's in here in the spot right now. So the dude is trying to keep it cool. He's like, unfortunately, you're the only one that look good in here. So, I ain't got no opportunities. There's some cougars at the other table. There's some other girls looking at the other table, but I'm here with you. So then she responds with this face like, yeah, I'm the only one here that's pretty, but you're not the only one here that look good. So I'm about to go ahead and take my chances. After she said there was some fine dudes at the spot, pause, she ended up saying, yeah, I'm trying to get drunk. So then she said, hey, you know what? Talking to the dude, I feel like me and you got such a good dynamic that, even if I went to go talk to them, you wouldn't know. So then he had to go in like, what did you say? Just to get clarification, like what? And she just started laughing in my man's face. And I'll be honest, bro, once I seen her make this face right here, I was like, yeah, bro, you done. She already seen somebody she wanted and it wasn't you. Go ahead and count your losses. It's a wrap, big fella. What y'all think of this? Should he have stayed and paid or should he have just dipped?
Well, if they're that old and they still want younger girls, there's also a problem.
Well, let's say if he's 40, dating a 20-year-old, would that be weird?
It's pushing it.
Pushing it.
100%. You should have morals as men and as women.
There we go. So
where you do not look at women under a certain age or at that point because it's just morally.
Okay, so you think it's immoral. Who agrees with her? Show of hands.
I don't really know.
It's funny because all of you women have on makeup. The makeup is to cover up wrinkles, to cover up blemishes, to make you look younger. So you're always trying to present yourself in the most youthful way. So with that being said, it can't be immoral if you're actually trying to look young to the guys that you're dating. Like you're 40 years old, but you're putting on makeup trying to look young. Well, if you think that it's weird, why don't you not put on makeup and just actually try to look your age? But the thing is, it can't be weird because you're not trying to look your age. You're all trying to look younger.
That's a good point.
I just saw this girl on TikTok say that being single in your 30s is like going to a restaurant with a group of friends and everybody gets their order, but yours doesn't come. And then then you're wondering why isn't my order here? I just ordered a salad. And at some point, maybe you've ordered salad before, but the chicken was undercooked. And so it was right salad, wrong time, and just all of that. I would like to add to that narrative. And it is that dating in your late 30s is I've ordered from the same restaurant and my order just hasn't come in, or just the order was never right. Now that I make a little bit more money, I'm going to go to a different restaurant, a more upscale restaurant, and I'm going to order exactly what I want, but then you're telling me that it doesn't exist.
Men don't want to date anymore. If that's the case, how are there so many men in our Dating the Wild group and men approaching me as I'm dancing down the street and walking down the beach? Men don't want to date anymore is the reality for some men, and I do understand why that's the case. And it's not the truth. And we have an issue in this culture taking our reality and making it seem like that's truth. It's not. The last chapter of my book is titled Truth. We talk about dating here because it's a doorway to delusion, but truth is where it's at, and most people can't handle it. Well, you know what? It's time to face the truth.
Men are not choosing the bear. You guys did. You created that nonsense to demonize men. And there's no competition when these men don't even want these types of women anyway. They don't want you. They don't want man haters. Because they are the ones who mistreat men just for being men. No, they're not gonna mess with you. So go on, go to the woods with your bear that shits in the woods that you picked.
And honestly, that woman was talking about the things that she used to do when she was out there, I guess, out in the street. And what's funny about it is she described a specific person. I'm messing around with all of these broke guys. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. This is what they're talking about as standards. This is what they're saying. They have, I have standards now. I want a man like this, 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 and this. But you don't really have any standards. You know, it's a wonder that messing around with these men, she didn't get pregnant. And then she would have wanted the man to take care of that too. Or if he's a real man, then he's going to step up and do this, that. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's going to do whatever he needs to do, whatever he wants to do. And honestly and truly, you don't know what that doctor was out there doing either before he met her. That man might have been out there in the streets. You never know. You never know.